Okay, welcome back. In this video, we're going to adjust the script for changing the position of the player and also for handling turning. To begin with, what we want to do is we'll take our main camera, and so I'm on the hierarchy window here. I've clicked on it and I'm going to drag that so it sits right on top of the player in my hierarchy. As I do that, the player becomes a child. The camera becomes a child object of the player. Now what this means is that when I play my script, the camera moves where the player moves. Right, now that's a nice feature. Okay, so if I move back to my design mode and I adjust the position of the camera so it sits very nicely right behind where my player is, I get a nice perspective and view. I will adjust this offline. And so now the effect of the change that I have is this. Quite an effective way of developing first person. Another change that I have made is in my script. I have used my relative force. I've applied a negative vector relative force to make the player move backwards. So here, this is the script that makes the player move forward, add vector forward. And here what I've done is add vector 3 forward, movement speed, and I've multiplied that by -1. And so that moves the player backwards. The next script that I want to handle, develop, is the script to turn left and turn right. Currently my script moves the player by adjusting its position property. I am going to change that system. So the system that I'm going to use is I'm going to adjust what are called the Euler angles or Euler angles. So when I want to turn right, what I'm going to get my player to do is to rotate to the right. So currently my player is moving to the right. I'm going to use this code here. Transform.eulerAngles equals transform.eulerAngles. And I'm going to add a vector to the angle, which is going to change the rotation of the player. X, Y, and Z, so I'm rotating 1 degree on the Y-axis. So I add this code in. I will remark out the previous code, and then I will play my script. And so now, when I run my script and I turn to the right, my player turns. Because my player is turning, the camera, which is sitting behind my player, is moving around. It's a very effective effect. Very good effect. Now I'm going to make this code a little bit better, because I don't really want to use literal constants. I'm going to put a variable in there called turning speed. This of course means that I need to declare turning speed and initialize it up the top here. Public float turning speed 1 or 2, 1's adequate. From here, I want to do the same thing for my left arrow, but I want to turn in a negative direction. Add that script in, remark out the other pieces, save it, and run it. So now my script works this way. I can move forwards and backwards, and I turn to the left or to the right.